espacio que tengan disponibles para así asegurarnos de que todos los familiares tengan la oportunidad de ir y sentarse.
Didn't know I was wrong. So wake me up when it's all over. When I'm rising and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost. I tried carrying the weight of the world, but I only have two hands. Hope I get the chance to travel the world.
Good morning, families. Good morning, families. We are still asking that you make room for others. We have quite a bit of families still filing in, and we counted on every seat being used. So please make room for others so we can get started as soon as possible.
But I don't have any plans. Wish that I could stay forever this young. Not afraid to close my eyes. Life's a game made for everyone. And love is the prize. So wake me up when it's all over. When I'm
Buenos días. Tenemos suficientes sillas para los boletos que regalamos, entonces, si hay espacio y alguien no está sentado ahí, por favor, muévanse adentro o afuera para que la gente que llega tarde, aunque no se pueden sentar juntos, puedan tener asiento, por favor. So, even if you only have one seat, please move over, make it, the people that are showing up later might not be able to sit together, but at least they can all have a seat. Thank you.
I didn't know I was lost.
Good morning, families. I am Miss Andrews, the school counselor. Thank you for coming to our 2023 culmination.
Buenos días, familias. Gracias por venir a la culminación de octavo grado. Esa es la consejera, la señora Andrews.
In just a second, we will welcome our students into our ceremony. Please do not stand up. Please let them enter orderly, please.
En unos minutos les vamos a dar la bienvenida a los estudiantes del octavo grado. Por favor, no se pongan de pie cuando entren los estudiantes.
Now welcoming Mrs. Bradford with South Cohort.
Y ahora le vamos a dar la bienvenida a la señora Bradford con el cohorte sur.
Please welcome Miss Bautista with West Cohort.
Por favor, den la bienvenida a la señora Bautista con el cohorte oeste.
Students, please remain standing. Please welcome Mr. Lakey with East Cohort.
Por favor, den la bienvenida al señor Blakey con el cohorte este.
Please welcome Mr. Neal with North Cohort.
Por favor, den la bienvenida a la señora de Dios con el cohorte norte.
Now we will welcome Dr. Ari.
Ahora le vamos a dar la bienvenida a la subdirectora, doctora Jessica Ramirez Holden.
Hello and welcome to our 8th grade culmination. My name is Dr. Ramirez Holden and I'm your assistant principal. I've been out on maternity leave enjoying my baby boy, but I'm so excited to be here and honored to celebrate your children's achievements. This class This class of 2023 met our community through Zoom as they entered the school year during distance learning. They have worked extremely hard to overcome the challenges in the past 3 years.
Hola, mi nombre es doctora Jessica Ramirez Holden y soy su subdirectora. He estado fuera con licencia de maternidad disfrutando de mi bebé, pero estoy tan emocionada de poder estar aquí para darles la bienvenida a todos ustedes a nuestra culminación de 8º grado y celebrar todos los logros de sus hijos. Esta clase de 2023 conoció a nuestra comunidad a través de Zoom, cuando entraron al año escolar durante el aprendizaje a distancia. Han trabajado muy duro para superar todos los obstáculos en los últimos 3 años.
Students, for the past 3 years, you have become critical thinkers, leaders, and environmental activists ready to take on the world. I know that I speak for everyone here that we are immensely proud of how hard we work.
Alumnos, durante los últimos 3 años se han convertido en pensadores críticos, líderes y activistas medioambientales dispuestos a conquistar el mundo. Sé que hablo por todos aquí en el sentido de que estamos inmensamente orgullosos de lo que ustedes se han esforzado por llegar a ser.
Parents, thank you for all of your support and sacrifices you made, especially over the last couple of years. I do not want to underestimate the work you had to put in at home to make sure your kids logged on. They did their best when it felt like the world was falling apart. And when school reopened, you made sure that they showed up, ready to continue learning and growing. You partnered with us for the last 3 years, and we cannot thank you enough for the commitment you have made to ensure that your student is successful, and entrusting us with the responsibility of nurturing the academic and social well-being.
Padres, gracias por todo su apoyo y sacrificios, especialmente en los últimos 2 años. No quiero subestimar el trabajo que tuvieron que hacer en casa para asegurarse de que sus hijos siguieran conectándose y hicieran lo mejor de sí mismo cuando parecía que el mundo se derrumbaba. Y cuando se reabrió la escuela, se aseguraban de que llegaran listos para seguir aprendiendo y creciendo. Ustedes se unieron con nosotros los últimos 3 años y no podemos agradecerles lo suficiente por el compromiso que han hecho con sus estudiantes y por confiar en nosotros con la responsabilidad de nutrir su bienestar académico y social.
This day is to honor our students and their parents, but we also want to honor the teachers and support staff that have been along for the ride. Thank you for all that you have done and all the sacrifices you have also made for our kids to ensure they feel heard, seen, and loved.
Este día es para honrar a nuestros alumnos y sus padres, pero también queremos honrar a los maestros y al personal que nos han acompañado en este viaje. Gracias por todos los sacrificios que han hecho por nuestros alumnos para garantizar que se sientan escuchados, vistos y queridos.
Now let's get started. Please welcome one of our 8th grade student leaders and member of our Black Student Union, Saray Al-Shabazz.
Ahora, por favor, den la bienvenida a uno de nuestros líderes estudiantiles de 8º grado y miembro de nuestra Unión de Estudiantes de Color, Saray Al-Shabazz.
Hello. Okay. Hello, my name is Saray Sunshine El-Shabazz, and I was one of the founding members of the Black Student Union here at ECMS-G. Shout out to the one and only Mr. Crawley. He took pride in BSU and dedicated his time to ensure he had a successful club here on campus. Thank you so much, Crawley, for spicing things up for our 8th grade year. You deserve all of our love.
Hola, mi nombre es Teray Elshavaz. Yo soy uno de los miembros fundadores de la Unión de Estudiantes de Color aquí en ECMS-G. Un saludo al único señor Crowley, que es el miembro del personal que fundó y dirigió BSU. Permítanme contarles un poco sobre el señor Crowley. Se enorgulleció de BSU y dedicó su tiempo a nosotros para asegurarse de que tuviéramos un club exitoso en el plantel. Muchas gracias, señor Crowley, por sazonar nuestro año del 8º grado. Te mereces todo nuestro amor.
We created the Black Student Movement to offer our Black students opportunities for both cultural enrichment and intellectual growth through educational and social and emotional development. This union hopes to develop and maintain an expansive network and platform that not only empowers our Black students on campus, but also promotes solidarity within and beyond the gates of ECMS-G.
Creamos la Unión de Estudiantes de Color para ofrecer a nuestros estudiantes de color oportunidades tanto de enriquecimiento cultural como de crecimiento intelectual a través del desarrollo educativo y socioemocional. Esta unión espera desarrollar y mantener una red expansiva y una plataforma que no solo empodere a nuestros estudiantes afroamericanos en el plantel, sino que también promueva la solidaridad dentro y más allá de las puertas de ECMS-G.
Our strength comes from the work of our students and from the courage and sacrifice of those who paved the way for us. We are committed to recognizing the beauty and diversity that is the Black community, all while fostering an unwavering pride in our history, our future, and ourselves.
Nuestra fuerza proviene del trabajo de nuestros estudiantes y de la valentía y el sacrificio de quienes nos abrieron el camino. Nos comprometemos a reconocer la belleza y la diversidad de ECS, que es la comunidad afroamericana, a la vez que fomentemos un orgullo inquebrantable por nuestra historia, nuestro futuro y nosotros mismos.
Within our first year, we brought soul to the campus culture with various events like BSU Buffet. We even made our own menu like your local burger joint. This helped us promote our club on campus as well as fundraise. BSU Theater, an opportunity to gather the class for a cozy movie night. We watched the classic film in the Black community, Princess and the Frog, and raised money by selling snacks. Throughout Black History Month, we did giveaways, game days, and cohort competition. And we also did a Valentine's dance called Babe, Black and Excellent. The first dance since the pandemic.
En nuestro primer año hemos traído alma a la cultura del plantel con varios eventos como BSU Buffet. Incluso hicimos nuestro propio menú como una hamburguesería local. Eso nos ayudó a promover nuestro club y recaudar fondos. BSU Teatro, una oportunidad para reunir a la clase en una noche de cine. Vimos una película clásica en la comunidad negra, La princesa y el sapo, y recaudamos afroamericana, hicimos sorteos, días de juego y competiciones de corte. El baile Bay, que es de excelencia afroamericana, el primer baile desde la pandemia.
My fellow founding members, Lyric and Dee, thank you for being and helping BSU have an amazing start on our campus. Without y'all, where would we be and how would we have taken off? Rockets need an engine to take off. You guys are our engine and now we are soaring. Thank you guys so much for your determination to keep Black Student Union on top.
Mis compañeros fundadores Lyric y Didi, gracias por ser líderes tan fuertes y por ayudar a BSU a tener un comienzo increíble en nuestro plantel. Sin ustedes, ¿dónde estaríamos y cómo habríamos despegado? Los cohetes necesitan un motor para despegar. Ustedes fueron nuestro motor y ahora estamos volando. Muchas gracias por su determinación de mantener a la Unión de Estudiantes de Color en lo más alto.
Before I introduce our next speaker, can we have our BSU members stand up?
Antes de presentar a nuestro próximo orador, podrían ponerse de pie nuestros miembros de BSU.
Thank you for all you've done to leave your mark on ECMS-G. You may be seated.
Muchas gracias por todo lo que han hecho para dejar una huella en ECMS-G. Se pueden sentar.
Thank you, peers and parents, for your time. Please welcome our principal, Mr. Trejo.
Gracias, compañeros y padres, por su tiempo. Por favor, demos la bienvenida a nuestro director, el señor Trejo.
All right, let's see if I can do this here with this mic. Can I get any more cord? There we go. That's about as much as I can get without messing that up. Thank you all. Gracias por estar aquí. Thank you for being here, taking time off of work. If you need to take time off of work, it's greatly appreciated. I'd like to take a moment to recognize all our teachers and staff. If you work at ECMS-Gardena, support ECMS-Gardena, will you stand up for just 1 second so we can give you a round of applause? Quiero reconocer los maestros y el personal que están aquí. You're good, you can sit. Thank you. Ese trabajo fue difícil antes de la pandemia. Después de la pandemia se puso hasta más difícil. Tuvimos todos los obstáculos y la dificultad del trabajo de educación antes de eso y nomás se amplificaron durante la pandemia. Entonces les agradecemos el apoyo de ustedes también porque ustedes se convirtieron a maestros de casa cuando ellos andaban en quinto grado. Thank you. This job is hard, y'all. It's hard, and it was hard before the pandemic. After the pandemic, it got even way harder. All the things that were hard about it only got more difficult. So I just want to recognize that. And I want to recognize the parents who had to become homeschool teachers all of a sudden with 10-year-olds when your kids were in 5th grade. Now I want to direct my comments to the students. I am not translating this next portion, but it is translated in the program. We wanted to make sure that because I'm talking to the students, I want to primarily just go through it and save you all some time so you can go celebrate because you're here to celebrate, not necessarily hear me talk. So we want to make sure that we get through it as quickly, but with the appropriate message. Esta próxima parte que le voy a dedicar a los alumnos, no lo voy a traducir en tiempo vivo, pero está escrito en su programa para que puedan seguir. Y así los alumnos pueden agarrar el mensaje directamente y ustedes pueden seguir lo que ando comunicando. Y ahora vamos un poco de tiempo para que vayan a disfrutar, tomar fotos y celebrar. Class of 2023, you made it. You did. It may feel like a lifetime ago, but just a few years ago, you were in elementary school and your teacher said, here's a Chromebook, go home, get online, figure it out. You were expected as 10-year-olds to figure out Zoom and how to get online. And I don't know if your teachers knew how to do it or if they were teaching with their camera off or where they were able to figure it out. But as 10-year-olds, you were expected to figure out distance learning. You all probably didn't get a good in-person goodbye or promotion ceremony in person. So this might be your first promotion ceremony since kindergarten. And then you didn't get to say goodbye to your friends. And then you had to transfer schools and your parents didn't send you to the big school. They sent you to that little environmental school down the street. I don't know if you wanted to come here. Some of you might have wanted to, but some of you were probably like, I'm not going. But you made it, and I'm glad you finished here. And then at the small environmental school, you had to try to make friends with new people that you didn't know, but you didn't even know what they looked like because they would never turn on their camera. Black screens and text. And then on top of it, some of you were supporting younger siblings that were in kindergarten, first grade, learning the basics. And you're trying to do your part, trying to support them. I can't even imagine what that's like. None of us went through that. Some of you all, because of that, didn't make friends until 7th grade. And people were wearing masks. There was social distancing. One day you get assigned someone as a partner. The next day they're quarantined for 10 days because they're a close contact, or maybe they have COVID. And you're like, do I have COVID? There's all sorts of things that you had to navigate in that first year here. But you made it. You did something that no other group of students before you and hopefully after you has to do. I hope you are as proud of yourselves as I am of you. At some point in the past 3 years, I've probably talked to you about my life. If you paid attention, you know that my mom has in her living room, my mom has this wall that I call the famous wall because it has degrees from USC, UCLA, Cal Poly, Stanford, Columbia, Princeton, even though she still doesn't speak English and has a 3rd grade education. I'm not telling that story again, and if you haven't heard that story, honestly, at this point, you can probably Google it. I'm not kidding. And I told that story to you all a couple days ago if you were at the honor ceremony. Instead, I've been thinking about how I started my journey into education as a substitute teacher in the summer of 2003. And during that time, there are students that I still have relationships with that are in their late 20s, that are married, that have kids. And there are some students that after they graduate, I never see again. And that's the reality of it. Some of you I'll see again, especially if you're going to an ECHS school. And some of you I may run into you because I live in the neighborhood, and some of you I may never see again. So as sad as that would make me, I started thinking, what would I say to you if I knew that today was the last time I would see you? They asked me if I would get emotional or if I would cry, and I told them no, but I was lying to them and I knew it. So, if I knew I wasn't going to see you again, the first thing I would tell you is that I love you. It's the truth, and I know not every principal or educator is comfortable saying I love you, but I don't know how to do this job if you don't love the students and if you don't love the people and the community you work with. I urge you to tell the people you love them every day, every single day, even if you're mad at them. Honestly, especially if you're mad at them. Life is too short and too unpredictable to not communicate your love every day. There are people every single day that don't make it home. You don't want to think about what's the last thing you said to them. Tell them you love them every single day. And then I would give you 3 pieces of advice that I wish someone would have given me when I was your age, or that I would have listened to, because people might have been telling me when I was your age. I'm not sure I was listening. Choose kindness. Kindness is free. It doesn't cost you anything. Give it away like people give away candy on Halloween. And some of you do this every single day. Some of you, honestly, the past 3 years chose kindness almost 100% of the time. But some of y'all didn't. In real talk, some of you were mean to each other. Some of you were mean to staff at times. Not 100% of the time, but some of you were sometimes. And that doesn't make you a bad person, but it means there were moments where you did not choose kindness, or maybe someone didn't choose kindness towards you. But you never know what people are carrying with them. You don't know who slept in their parents' car the night before. You don't know whose parent or siblings in the hospital battling cancer. And you don't know who's wondering whether or not they should keep living. Sometimes the people that need love the most are the ones that ask for it in the worst way. When my sister was your age, she started a verbal fight with my brother. It was mean, it was vicious. She said things that I wouldn't repeat in a setting like this. She was trying to get him to hit her. She was trying to get him to give up on her so she would have a reason to give up on herself. But what did he do instead? He hugged her. He chose kindness. And today, my sister is still in my life and in the life of my children because on that given day, he chose kindness. You never know what people are going through, but kindness is free. Choose kindness. The second piece of advice I would give you is choose love. There's a line in a poem that I think about often. The poem is called Instructions for a Bad Day, and the line is, love and hate are beasts. The one that grows is the one you feed. The one that grows is the one you feed. The brain is not very good at multitasking. I'm going to ask you to indulge in an exercise, whether you're a student or in the audience. Look around and just identify everything that's green. Just look around. Look around the ceremony. Look only for the color green. Now stop and do the same thing, but look for the color blue. All right, one more color. Now let's do the color orange. See if you can find the color orange in places. Now let me tell you what your brain just did. When you were looking for orange, your brain ignored all the other colors, including blue and green. And you know blue and green, you were just focused on them moments ago. But when you were focused on orange, you were not focused on anything else. And that's how the brain works with positivity, negativity, love, and hate. In this world, you find what you are looking for. If you look for positivity and love, you will find positivity and love. If you look for negativity and hate, guess what you're going to find? If you're looking for positivity, you'll find it. If you're looking for negativity, you will find it. You all know those people that find something to complain about everything, that could win the lottery, taxes, that could get a promotion and be like, it's about time. I know people that sit in traffic and a funeral procession goes by and they're like, oh, I got to be in traffic, not even thinking about the people that are on their way to a funeral. You cannot focus on both love and hate. You have to pick one or the other. When I became a father, I was terrified. This is what, I don't know if all the fathers will tell you this, but it's terrifying when they first come out and it's like, I'm responsible for this person. I was terrified of being a bad father. I put so much pressure on myself. I was so focused on not repeating the trauma that my father inflicted on my own family that I had no idea who I wanted to be as a father. I just knew who I didn't want to be. I let doubt creep in. And at a certain point, I chose to focus on love. And I chose to focus on everything that my mom provided for us, despite the obstacles. I chose to focus on the example that my oldest brother was setting as a father. And I spent much less time looking at my kids and not being present and just thinking, I hope you don't hate me in the future. I hope I don't mess up your life, or I hope one day you're not giving a speech about how you learned so much from the trauma that I caused you. Instead, I chose to focus on love. I chose to focus on ensuring that there's never a moment that I spend with them that they don't feel safe and loved. And fatherhood is so much better this way. Life is so much better this way. Choose love. The third piece of advice I would give you is choose forgiveness. This is the hardest one, honestly. Practicing to forgive other people, especially when they don't say I'm sorry, especially when they're not even remorseful, when they would do it again, to choose to forgive them. Forgiveness will save your life. And it's so much more important for the person doing the forgiveness than for the person that did the harm. Happy and healthy people do not harm others on purpose. Let me repeat that, because this is really important and difficult to remember when someone's trying to harm you. Happy and healthy people do not harm others on purpose. When someone posts about you on social media, or sub-posts about you, when they talk behind your back, when they try to get you to fight, they are communicating that they are not happy and healthy. You don't have to keep them in your life. You don't have to keep people in your life that cause you harm, and you don't have to justify their actions. But you should absolutely forgive them and move on with your life. Anger and resentment will weigh you down while that person continues living their best life. Forgiving people that don't say sorry is a skill that if you master, will make life so much easier. I used to think that I became a school principal so I could lead schools that my mom didn't have access to. I used to think that I became a school principal so I could lead the type of school that my siblings and I deserved to go to as kids. Schools that would have recognized that even with good grades, not everything was okay. Now I think that I lead schools because when my father was your age, he probably needed a school like this. And if my father had a school like this, his kids would probably have to forgive a whole lot less. When I was your age, I was so angry. I got good grades because I needed to. But I was angry and I was miserable. I didn't learn forgiveness until after I graduated college. I was probably closer to 30, honestly. But when I chose forgiveness, it was the first day of the rest of my life. If you are holding on to anger, resentment, forgive them. I don't know who you need to forgive, but forgive them. Forgive them and move on. You deserve it. The people who are here supporting you and that love you deserve it too. Choose forgiveness. To the parents and families, I'm going to give you 2 quick pieces of advice that I've learned from other parents as a principal. I once asked the parents of a student who was an amazing kid, 4.0, kind, responsible, respectful, president of the school. I said, how did you all do it? Like, he's amazing. And they said, ask him what our philosophy is. This is what he said. My parents say there are wants and needs. I will always have my needs met, but I'm only going to get my wants if I do what I need to, and as long as my wants don't get in the way of someone else's needs. Let me repeat that because this boy lived it. My parents say there are wants and needs. I will always get my needs met, but I would only get my wants if I do what I need to, and as long as my wants don't get in the way of someone else's needs. Give them what they need, but give them what they want only if they do what they need to. Second piece of advice I got, a grandmother who was raising her children told me, Mr. Trejo, you tell these parents, if they raise their children right, they can spoil their grandchildren. But if they spoil their children, they will end up raising their grandchildren. Students, thank you for allowing me to be a part of your life. Thank you for allowing our school to be a part of your family. Thank you for being the best part of this work. Choose kindness, choose love, choose forgiveness. I love you, and congratulations. I get to introduce 2 students that are going to come up and speak. Arjun and Valeria, when you come up here, this other microphone is not as loud, so you're either going to have to speak really loud or hand it off to each other and figure out in real time if you want to use this one. You 2 were chosen because of how brilliant and intelligent you are, so I'm sure you'll figure it out. Arjun Becerra, Valeria Lopez. I think that as a parent, the best compliment that I can give to kids or to other parents is that I have a boy and a girl, and if they were to grow up to be like Arjun and Valeria in 8th grade, I would feel like I did a pretty damn good job. So come on up, guys.
It's kind of shaky up here. Ready? You want to share it, right? All right. Hola, hi, buenos días, and good morning. Oh, it's afternoon. Yes, like that. Okay. Me llamo Arjen, and this is,
Valeria.
and we're here to give our student speaker culmination speech.
Congratulations, everybody! We did it! And thankfully, we did it with so many amazing teachers like Mr. Lakey, Ms. De Dios, Mrs. Bradford, Ms. Bautista, our personal singer and school entertainer. Yeah. I remember my first day on campus. We were all 7th graders. It was weird and embarrassing. I hadn't interacted with kids my age in like so long, thanks to COVID. I am sure some of you guys too. But through time, I got more comfortable with my fellow classmates and my teachers. And thanks to my teachers and the support I got from them, I started to be more confident in my work. And yeah, until we got to IBM season. It was a pretty stressful time. I'm sure even teachers were figuring out stuff. Yeah, it was our first time doing it too. So I'm proud of all of y'all. Yeah, we did it. Oh, and also thank you to the staff and teachers for helping us on that stressful time. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. All right. I know some challenging obstacles we faced, like Valeria said, were COVID and not having a science teacher for like half of the year. Being the first class to do the IBM, and let's not forget Mr. Lakey's overwhelming height. I know those NWEA tests were all very hard on all of us, but one thing I know that helped me overcome all of these obstacles were the amazing teachers and staff here in the school. I knew they always had my back when I was feeling sad or just needed a push. I remember my first day of 8th grade. I was really nervous because I had heard 8th grade sucked, and it kind of did. However, Ms. De Dios was always there to help when we were in class. I didn't feel forced to come to school because the teachers made me feel like I was still at home with family.
I would like to shout out Mr. Nicky, Mr. Gibson, my last year advisory teacher and math teacher, and Ms. D. So, Ms. D, not gonna lie, the first week I was scared of you. Okay, I was scared, but I'm being honest when I say this. You're the best. I remember the time when we got a bunch of work. You never gave us homework, so thank you. Love you. Mr. Lakey, you're a funny teacher and you're an amazing advisory teacher, okay? However, you gave us a lot of math homework. I'm sorry. I'll never remember the weekends with math homework. But still, so 7th graders, don't be scared. He's nice, he's cool. And my last year advisory teacher, Mr. Gibson, he's not here anymore. It was really different. He's very different from Mr. Lakey. He was very different from Mr. Lakey. We didn't get homework.
Mr. Gibson isn't dead, by the way. That kind of sounded like he was dead. He's cool. He just left the school. Yeah. I would like to shout out Ms. De Dios and Ms. McMillan, my 2 advisory teachers from 7th and 8th grade. And I know, although there's kind of a height gap between them, I still believe both of them will probably go down as like the best ELA and advisory teachers. And I'm really gonna miss them when I go to high school. I know it wasn't all fun and games. There were some hard lessons learned, right? Like never call a teacher by the first name, Gregory. You also never wait 30 minutes. You also never wait to do your work 30 minutes before it's due. I had to learn that the hard way.
Okay, a lesson I have learned is to ask. Don't be afraid to ask. Come on, like we're in a school, we have to ask. If you don't ask later, you will later regret not asking the insignificant detail. You thought it was insignificant, but you'll be lost, okay? I know. Plus, yeah, we're in school to learn, right?
For the kids who are thinking of joining this school or are going to middle school next year, one piece of advice I could give you for the next 3 years is to be with and not against your teachers. Just don't give them a hard time. If you're cool, they'll be cool back, you know? Oh, and like Nike would say, just do it.
Okay, as Arjun mentioned, yeah, don't go against your teachers, please. Make the 8th grade experience enjoyable for everybody if you're a 7th grader. Believe me, it's not fun to be lectured because of that one kid, okay? Mm-mm. And focus on your work, okay? Don't compare your work to someone else's work because your work is good. But in any case, if it's wrong, it's okay to be wrong, okay? So slay your way. So after a lot of ponte las pilas from our parents or for English speakers, get it together, we're finally here. Um, ready to close this chapter of our lives to move on to the big game, okay? This journey, we have gotten to know a lot of awesome people as well as ourselves because we're teenagers. And I'm sorry to break it to you guys, but we're still not done, okay? We have high school. Mm-mm. But I'm grateful I have crossed a path with all of you, okay? You're all amazing people. Yeah. Yeah. Hashtag you're crying, I'm not.
We made it together and we have all the memories of our time together. But I would also like to thank my mom and my dad. Ma, pa, no sé dónde estás, ya te perdí. Pero gracias por a pesar de levantarme y llegar a la escuela con mal humor. Siempre fueron pacientes y me aguantaron todos mis berrinches. Ya acabé. You finished early? Oh, right.
Now we present Miss McGinnis. Yeah!
Good morning. I'm the STEM coach, Mrs. McGinnis, and translating for me is Miss Daphne. We're so excited to celebrate this culminating class today. Our first set of student awards will be introduced by Jessica Guillon and Sierra Harris from Empower Her.
Buenos días, soy la entrenadora de STEM, la señora McGinnis, traduciendo para mí el mensaje. Estoy muy emocionada de celebrar esta clase culminante hoy. Nuestra primera serie de premios para estudiantes será presentados por Jessica Guillon and Sierra Harris de Empower Her.
Hello, everyone. You can clap for us, it's fine. So it is our honor and privilege to present the Empower Her Girl of the Year Award. We have 2 awards. The mission of Empower Her is to empower girls and young women in marginalized communities by giving them the skills necessary through education, mentorship, to become confident, college, and career ready.
Hola a todos, es un honor y un privilegio presentar a la subcampeona chica del año Empower Her y el premio de chica del año de Empower Her. La misión del Instituto Empower Her es empoderar a las niñas y mujeres jóvenes de comunidades marginadas, dándoles las habilidades necesarias a través de la educación, la formación y la tutoría para que tengan confianza en sí mismas y estén preparadas para la universidad y la carrera profesional.
So this was not an easy decision, but we had to narrow it down. But in teaching y'all for these semesters, we know that you all have an amazing and bright future.
No ha sido una decisión muy fácil, pero ya que todos ustedes son muy increíbles y tienen un futuro brillante, pero hemos tenido que reducir la lista y ya los conocimos y vimos qué tan maravillosos eran.
So these two students who are receiving this award are receiving it because of their outstanding leadership and active participation in the Empower Her advisory. They embody our mission, values, and believe in the art of the possible, and they know there is no limit to what can be achieved.
Estas dos estudiantes reciben este premio por su destacado liderazgo y su participación activa en Empower Her. Encarnan nuestra misión y nuestros valores y creen en la arte de lo posible. Saben que no hay límite para lo que se pueda conseguir.
So please help and applaud our 2023 winners as they come up to receive their awards. Our first person will be Giselle Marquez and Damani Didi Miranda.
Our students have worked hard all year, and we want to give special recognition to students who received academic awards during the honor ceremony on Wednesday night.
Nuestros estudiantes han trabajado muy duro todo el año y queremos dar un reconocimiento especial a los estudiantes que recibieron premios académicos durante la ceremonia de honores el miércoles por la noche.
Please stand if you received an academic award from your core or specialty teachers on Wednesday night. These students were honored for their consistency, improvement, and effort in all subject areas.
Por favor, levántense si recibieron su premio académico el miércoles. Estos estudiantes fueron honorados por su consistencia, mejoramiento y esfuerzo por todos los materiales.
I'd now like to introduce students who received the honors medallion. So please stand if you received an honors medallion on Wednesday night. These students maintained above a 3.0 during their 8th grade year.
Estos estudiantes mantuvieron un promedio superior de 3.0 durante su 8º grado. Estos son los estudiantes que recibieron un medallón de honores el miércoles por la noche.
Now please stand if you received a high honors medallion on Wednesday night. These students maintained above a 3.5 GPA during their 8th grade year.
Estos estudiantes recibieron un medallón de honor alto el miércoles. Estos estudiantes mantuvieron un promedio de arriba de 3.5 durante el año escolar del 8º grado.
I'd now like to welcome back up to the stage Dr. Ramirez Holden.
Hello. I have the privilege of recognizing our valedictorian and salutatorian. They were both honored and spoke at our honor ceremony on Wednesday. So our salutatorian, which is the second highest GPA overall, is Ashley Cotto. Please stand. She's from the North cohort. And our valedictorian had the highest GPA overall is Yasmin Delgado.
Y ahora vamos a presentar Ahora vamos a presentar el salutatorian, que es el graduado con la segunda mejor nota, y después vamos a celebrar al valedictorian, que sacó la mejor nota de toda la clase. So, primero tenemos el salutatorian Ashley Cotto. Por favor, póngase de pie. Y ahora tenemos al valedictorian, que sacó la mejor nota de toda la clase, que es Yasmin Delgado.
Congratulations, they're both in North Cohort. Okay, next I have the honor of presenting our ECMS-G Visionary Eagle of the Year Award. This award goes to students in our school community who represent and embody our values of justice, community, curiosity, sustainability, and leadership. This year, there are 2 recipients of this award. When we asked teachers why these 2 students should be awarded the Eagle of the Year Award, this is what they said. Both of these individuals deserve this award because of their lifelong learning spirit, empathy for others, kindness, and how they make others feel. They also said they embody a spirit of kindness, integrity, and perseverance. They have never had a day where these traits have not been exhibited. They are upstanders and they do the right thing even when nobody's looking, and there's nothing in it for them. Multiple teachers agreed that they are just the kind of human beings they would like to be in the world.
El premio Águila Visionaria del año de ECMS-G se entrega a los estudiantes de nuestra comunidad escolar que representan y encarnan nuestros valores de justicia, comunidad, curiosidad, sostenibilidad y liderazgo. Este año hay 2 premiados. Cuando preguntaron a los maestros por qué estos 2 estudiantes deberían ser premiados con el premio Águila del año, eso es lo que dijeron. Un maestro dijo que estas 2 personas merecen el premio por su espíritu de aprendizaje continuo, la empatía por los demás, la bondad y la forma en que hacen sentir a los demás. Otro maestro dijo, encarnan el espíritu de bondad, integridad y perseverancia. Nunca hay un día en que no muestren estos valores de alguna manera. Son valientes y hacen lo correcto, incluso cuando nadie les mira y no hay nada para ellos. Varios maestros coincidieron en que son justo el tipo de ser humano que uno gustaría ser en el mundo.
By the way, this is a surprise. They don't know who's getting it. I have personally interacted with both of these students and have seen them in class, and I could not agree more with teachers that these 2 students are just kind, genuine humans who make our community a better place.
Estos 2 premios son una sorpresa, los estudiantes no saben. Y los comentarios de la subdirectora es que ella ha interactuado personalmente con estos 2 individuos y ella los ha visto en clase. Y no podría estar más de acuerdo con los maestros en que esos 2 estudiantes son simplemente 2 seres humanos amables y genuinos que hacen de nuestra comunidad un lugar mejor.
The ECMS-G Visionary Eagle of the Year Award goes to...
El premio Águila Visionaria del año de ECMS-G es para
Valeria Ramirez and Arjun Basaria. Sorry, that's Valeria Lopez. I'm so sorry. Okay, please stand, both Valeria and Arjun. We see you and we know that you will change the world with your kindness, integrity, and perseverance. Congratulations.
Felicidades. Los vemos y sabemos que van a cambiar el mundo con su bondad, integridad y perseverancia.
Now, next is Miss Andrews with a quick announcement. Oh, sorry. So our salutatorian and valedictorian have speeches. So please welcome Ashley Cotto and Yasmin Delgado.
Hello? Okay. Sorry. Good morning, students and parents, faculty, and staff. My name is Ashley Cotto, and I am your salutatorian. It is an honor to be up here and share this wonderful speech with you. Firstly, I would like to say that we did it. Congratulations to the class of 2023. Wow, ain't it crazy? Today we gathered to celebrate the achievements of our 8th grade culminating class of 2023. For the past 3 years that we have been together, we have shared a lot of experiences that were both complex and memorable. We started our 6th grade year off Zoom when COVID struck in 2020, which made it really difficult to bond and learn. Many factors influenced our ability to learn new material and focus in class, which really affected our learning potential. However, little by little, we started to overcome the challenges. Coming to campus for the first time in person as a 7th grader was a very new experience for all of us. Many of us were very shy in the first few weeks of 7th grade, mainly because of the impact that distance learning had on us. However, throughout the obstacles, we have all met a lot of great friends and amazing teachers who guided and supported us throughout our journey. The start of 8th grade pushed a lot of our boundaries, with the progression of subjects getting more and more difficult as we move forward throughout the year. But most importantly, throughout our years together, we have not only grown as individuals, but have also grown as a community. We have supported one another through good times and bad, and have learned the importance of collaboration and teamwork. This is a legacy that will carry with us for the rest of our lives. I will never forget. Additionally, the memories we have made will always be with us for the rest of our lives. I will never forget how history always had me up to 1 a.m. trying to finish the work, or when our science teacher left within the first few weeks of school and never came back, or how I almost got killed by a football during lunch recess almost so many times. I'm not even kidding. And maybe my favorite memory of all, when we got to sign each other's yearbooks at the end of the year and write cringy and sweet messages and spend some time with their friends and teachers. But let's be honest, I wouldn't be the person I am today if it wasn't for the teachers I've had throughout middle school. Firstly, I would like to give a shout out to all my amazing teachers I've had. I'd like to give a shout out to all my amazing 8th grade teachers, Mr. Lakey, Miss D, Miss Bautista, and Mrs. Bradford, as well as my 7th grade teachers, Mr. Limon and Mr. Baez, for always pushing me for success. But I would like to specifically give a special thanks to Miss D for always supporting me when I needed it the most. This is to say I'm extremely proud to have her as my English and advisory teacher and had the chance to share priceless memories with her. Additionally, I would also like to thank my math teacher, Mr. Lakey, for always pushing me to my top potential, showing me that I could indeed accomplish anything if I put in the effort. Oh, and we can't forget his humor. I would also like to thank Mr. Beichong, Ms. Sarah, Mrs. Matthews, and Mr. Scruggs for being the best specialty teachers of all time. And I would like to give a warm thanks to my cohort, my little family North, for always being supportive to me and having my back. My class truly made me feel like I belonged here. Today, as you stand on the threshold of a new chapter in your life, remember that your success is not determined by your grades. It's determined by your ability to adapt and overcome challenges, persist in the face of adversity, and never give up on your dreams. Secondly, be open to new experiences and ideas. Embrace diversity and understand that it's our differences that makes us stronger and help us achieve our goals. Lastly, be proud of your accomplishments and the person you are becoming. If you can look back at the challenges and obstacles you've overcome, you will appreciate just how far you have accomplished. You've worked hard to reach this moment and should be proud of that. Trust in yourself and your abilities and know that the best is yet to come. Class of 2023, as we move into high school, don't be afraid to take risks. Failure isn't the end of the world. It's the opportunity to learn and grow. Success is not always guaranteed. Even the most talented and hardworking people could fail, like me. With this said, it's not about avoiding failure. It's about learning to cope with it. It's about accepting our past mistakes and moving on. As Michelle Obama once said, failure is the part of the process. You just learn to pick yourself back up. Correct. Congratulations to my fellow 8th grade peers. I wish you the best of luck in your journey in high school, and I hope you could take something out of the speech. Thank you. Now I am proud to present to you our wonderful valedictorian, Jasmine Delgado.
All right, hello everyone. Good morning, teachers, staff, family, and peers. Y buenos días a todos los que nos acompañan el día de hoy. My name is Yasmin Delgado, this year's valedictorian. All right, first off, surprise mom and dad. You don't know how hard it was to keep this speech an actual secret and practice at home. Anyways, let's take the time to look at one another and look back at everything we have faced to get here today. Let's celebrate the fact that we finally made it after being yelled at so many times by adults like Mr. Lakey. Estos últimos años han sido completamente diferentes para cada uno de nosotros. Cada uno enfrentó a sus propios desafíos, pero lo logramos. It's crazy, isn't it? How we went from being online all of 6th grade to completing our whole 7th and 8th grade year together in person. And let's be honest, half of us didn't even pay attention to those online classes. Like, they were stressful for no reason. Anyways, let's take the time to think back on the memorable moments we've had this year. Like how we'd always be getting hit by random flying footballs or soccer balls. Or how proud Mr. Lakey is to the point where he's confident enough to show us his toes. Something I know I'll never be able to forget as well is Miss de Dios and how amazing she was. Always telling us that a woman doesn't need anyone to succeed. Oh, and it's no coincidence that the valedictorian, salutatorian, and our speaker Arjun were all from North, aka Macy's cohort. Let's take this time to also recognize our amazing teachers who have worked their butts off to help us succeed. This goes for you, Ms. Bautista, Ms. Bradford, Mr. Lakey, Ms. De Dios, and our 4 very amazing specialty teachers. I hope you know we're all very grateful for all the work you have put in for us, even though we were complaining all the time. This year has been extremely hard on all of us. Each one of us had to complete loads of work to get where we are today. But in the end, all that hard work and staying up late because you procrastinated have finally paid off. This year has taught us many lessons, one of them being that hard work does indeed pay off. But not only that, but this year has taught us that we should always be aiming for something more and never settle or be satisfied with what we have achieved. So in the end, I can say for sure that this year has taught us many lessons, some which I hope you can continue to apply in your future as you move on. I hope for the best for each one of you as you move on to high school, and I love you all. And just remember to never give up. Congratulations to everyone y felicidades. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce Miss Andrews.
Good morning, everyone. As we get ready to welcome our students on stage, we're just asking that
you please do not pass this center aisle right here. We do have photographers taking pictures and we will send them to you guys. We know you're extremely excited to celebrate your students and get your pictures, but we do want to make sure everybody has a chance to get a nice picture. As well as remember, we are not allowing noisemakers, so please make sure you do not do that. We want to make sure every student has an opportunity to hear their name called and their family has an opportunity to celebrate them. Thank you.
Antes de presentar a los estudiantes, nada más les quisiéramos dar un recordatorio que por favor no pasen de esta hilera, ya que vamos a tener fotógrafos tomando fotos para nuestros estudiantes y también para su seguridad. También quisiéramos nada más darles recordatorio que no vamos a permitir los que hacen soniditos, las campanitas, nada más como recordatorio.
Thank you all very much. Now I'd like to introduce Mr. Lakey and the East Cohort.
Hello, parents. I am so glad all of you are here to make it. I do want to say I am much nicer than your kids make me out to be. Much nicer. Stop. All right, I have two small things to say. One is for the 8th grade cohort as a whole. The second is just for East in particular. So first for 8th grade. So I'm gonna just read what I have. Hello, my name is Greg Lakey. I am the 8th grade mathematics teacher. 8th graders, the next few years will test your fortitude. There will be times when your work will not be rewarded or your efforts may be in vain. I do want some of you to realize that you put in a lot of work that we tried to recognize as much as we could. Over the next couple of years throughout your life, your work may go in vain. People may not notice. You still want to put the work in anyway. But you want to be mature in your response. If someone does not see your hard work, be mature in your response. One piece of advice, do not give anyone an excuse to ignore you. Don't give anyone an excuse to ignore you. Your future, relationships are integral for success. Your future maybe depend on the one person you made ignore you. All of you have the tools for future success. Just make sure you treat people fairly along the way. That's for 8th grade as a whole. And I think that kind of lends back to what Mr. Trejo said about kindness and love. East, thank you for trusting me throughout this year. We had great conversations and strong bonding moments. Our walks to the store started off as individuals and ended up as a family. Hold on to that feeling of togetherness. We all supported each other. When you start high school, share the love you felt here with someone else.
Hola, mi nombre es Greg Lakey. Soy el maestro de matemáticas del 8º grado y nada más quisiera darte cuenta de que soy más amigable de lo que dicen los estudiantes. Alumnos del 8º grado, va a dar dio dos comentarios, uno para los de 8º grado en sí y otro para su clase, su cohorte East. Los del 8º grado, los próximos años pondrán a prueba su fortaleza. Habrán momentos en los que su trabajo no será recompensado o sus esfuerzos serán en vano. Y un consejo, no le den a nadie una excusa para ignorarlos. Cuando no te salgas con la tuya, reacciona con madurez. Si alguien no ve tu trabajo duro, sé maduro en tu respuesta. Las relaciones son esenciales para el éxito. Su futuro puede depender de la única persona a la que hiciste que te ignorará. Todos ustedes tienen las herramientas para el éxito futuro. Solo asegúrense de tratar a la gente y de la manera justa en el camino. Y para East, gracias por confiar en mí durante todo este año. Tuvimos grandes conversaciones y momentos de gran unión. Nuestros paseos a la tienda empezaron como individuales, gracias, y acabaron como una familia. Mantengan ese sentimiento de unión. Todos nos apoyamos mutuamente. Cuando comiencen la preparatoria, comparten el amor que sintieron aquí con alguien más.
Okay, now it is time for each student to get their couple of seconds of just congratulatory fame as they walk on, get their name called. Students, as you walk up, there's an X right here. As you receive your certificate, you want to walk up, stand on that X, get your picture taken. Let's get it going. First up, Adrian Anderson. All right, hold on. Stop the music real quick. Hold on. Because no, just wait. We had a bet. Me and Adrian had a bet. Y'all know what it is. We had a $5 bet. Who came the cleanest to this culmination? No, hold on. Wait. I'ma just point. Give me like a second. I'm gonna point. If you think Adrian came cleaner than I did, clap your hands for him. Hold on. Now, if you think I came cleaner, let me get the show of hands. Oh, that's terrible. That is so bad. All right. We bet 5 on it, dog. Here you go. We bet 5 on it. Whatever, y'all. Soraya Bain. Jacob Caligula. Carlos Calderon. Chelsea Caldwell. Hello. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. Jason Castillo. Shalene Cortez. Ariana Cortez. Julio De Leon. Danilo Dextre. Hilaria Feliciano. Jacqueline Garcia. Aiden Kadir. Allison Gonzalez. Allison Gonzalez Barrera. Jordan Gutierrez. Daria Hammond. Tajay Johnson. Shayla Cabrera. Noel Lloyd. Valeria Lopez. Daniel Lopez. Melody Lobos. Jesus Moreno Franco. Melody Serrano. Andres Tercios. Last but not least, to close out each cohort is Yuri Zavala. Next up, we will have Mrs. Bradford to introduce the South cohort.
Whew, I gotta come behind the jokester here. Good morning. Congratulations, parents, families, friends, class of 2023. I'm Mrs. Bradford, the 8th grade U.S. history teacher. I'm so proud of you all. You have grown in so many ways this year. I'm especially proud of your growth as students and as people. You have pushed yourselves and persevered through a myriad of challenges, and you have made it to the other side. You have demonstrated your intelligence, kindness, and curiosity for learning. You should be proud of yourselves. I have been honored to be a part of your growth, especially as history scholars. My hope for you is that you go forth with confidence and you let your voice be heard in any room you find yourself in. You got this. Congratulations.
Felicidades, padres, familias, amigos y clase del 2023. Soy la señora Bradford, la maestra de historia del 8º grado. Estoy muy orgullosa de ustedes. Han crecido de muchas maneras este año. Estoy especialmente orgullosa de su crecimiento como estudiantes y como personas. Se han esforzado y han perseverado a través de una miriada de desafíos y han llegado al otro lado. Han demostrado su inteligencia, amabilidad y curiosidad. Deberían estar muy orgullosos de ustedes mismos. Ha sido un honor para mí formar parte de su crecimiento, especialmente como estudiosos de la historia. Mi esperanza para ustedes es que sigan adelante con confianza y dejen que sus voces se oigan en cualquier sala en la que se encuentren. Lo consiguieron. Muy bien trabajo a todos.
First up, Guadalupe Badillo. Melody Barahona. Joseph Barahona Palma. Ellie Bruneski. Daniel Cortez. Saraí Cortez Orozco. Belinda Cuevas Silverio. Carlos Dominguez. Omoya Eccles. Allison Escobar. Abigail Espino. Hector Espinosa. Joshua Esquivias. Victoria Garcia. Julian Hernandez. Adrian Herrera. Yara Herrera. Sebastian Harkin. Zoe Lapusella. Diego Lopez. Vince Mariscal. Vanessa Maya. Eliana Morillo. Santiago Perez. Brianna Perez. Irene Soria. Camila Sosa. Jose Vasconcelos. The next cohort up is Miss Dedios and the North cohort.
Well, before I start, I do want to have Ms. Daphne up here with me. For the parents that don't know, Ms. Daphne has been the paraeducator for a lot of students in 8th grade. She started with them, she started strong with them. So a lot of the success that the kids can feel when they walk this stage is also due to Ms. Daphne. So I want to make sure that they can also shake your hand as they walk this stage. Good morning, parents and class of 2023. I'm Elizabeth De Dios, the 8th grade English teacher. Despite the challenges, the hard tasks, and discomfort that this year has brought upon you, you all continue to push through your adversities to show up and be present in our classrooms. It's been a privilege to be your English teacher this year, questioning every answer you ever given me and constantly asking you for your reasoning, your why. I hope as you continue your educational journey that your intellectual curiosity remains and you continue to question the world around you, the whys around you. I am so incredibly proud of your academic achievements. Felicidades, clase of 2023. You've earned it. Buenos días, padres y clase de 2023. Soy la maestra de Dios, la maestra de inglés del 8º grado. A pesar de los desafíos, las tareas difíciles y la incomodidad que este año ha traído sobre ustedes, todos ustedes continuaron empujando a través de sus adversidades para aparecer y estar presentes en nuestras aulas o clases. Ha sido un privilegio ser su maestra de inglés en este año, cuestionando cada respuesta que me han dado y constantemente preguntándoles por su razonamiento, su por qué. Espero que a medida que continúen su viaje educativo, que su curiosidad intelectual permanezca y sigan cuestionando el mundo que les rodea, los porqués que les rodean. Estoy increíblemente orgullosa de sus logros académicos. Felicidades, clase 23, se lo han merecido. All right, you ready? Nicolás Alcaraz Anagria. Richie Albayero. Chastity Anderson. Bailey Au. Andrew Aparicio. Jared Badillo. Arjen Becerra González. Patrick Castillo. Miss Kennedy Child. Felipe Colmenero. ¿Quiénes son los padres? ¿Quiénes son los padres? Ashley Cotto. Yasmin Delgado. Aiden Esteban. Julio Casca. Jocelyn Huerta Rodríguez. Rolando Jorquera. I've been practicing this name all weekend. Yai Cajonaile. Jasmine Luna Torres.
Vance Martinez. Demani Miranda. Samantha Mora. Beverly Rose Murcia Mariner. Jeremy Palma. Miss Valeria Ramirez. Miguel Ramirez Mora. Thank you, everyone. Up next, we have West Cohort by Miss Bautista.
Hello, I represent the best cohort. Oh. That is to say, West. Why are we so drawn to the West then? Because sunset is the start of something spectacular. It is a promise that no matter what happens, every day can end beautifully. And what makes the best sunsets? Pollution and cloudy skies, actually. But y'all, you did the work. You got through 3 years of middle school, and now your families get to be witness to all of your hard work and dedication. This isn't just the end, but a new bright beginning of young adulthood. It is my hope that you will start next year with gratitude, joy, and an appreciation for all the people that helped you get here. Hola, yo represento el cohorte oeste. ¿Y por qué nos atrae tanto el oeste? Pues porque la puesta del sol es el comienzo de algo espectacular. Es una promesa de que pase lo que pase, cada día puede acabar de forma hermosa. ¿Y qué hace los mejores puestas del sol? La contaminación y los cielos nublados, pero sus estudiantes hicieron el trabajo, superaron 3 años de secundaria y ahora sus familias pueden ser testigos de todo su trabajo y dedicación. Esto no es solo el final, sino un nuevo y brillante comienzo de la edad adulta. Espero que empiecen el próximo año con gratitud, alegría y aprecio por todas las personas que les han ayudado a llegar hasta aquí. Let's do it. First up, Francisco Altamirano. Nathan Barrientos Muñoz. Azucena Bermúdez. Hector Castellanos. Nick Cater. Manuel Sendejas Jr. Soray Al-Shabazz. Samantha Escobar. Luis Fuentes Sánchez. Jareth García Vega. Jorge Guillen. Adeline Howard. Anaya Kelly. Mary Juarez. Anaya Kelly. Comic Reed. Giselle Marquez Paramo. Adolfo Martínez. Amy Martinez. Oliver Martinez. Freddie Medina Sosa. Osmar Mora Fuentes. Andrew Morales. Sochi Perez. Saúl Pérez. Dulce Sánchez. Edgar Vargas. Jacob Villatoro. Destiny Walker. And now, let's get Mr. Trejo back on stage for final words. Thank you so much.
Are you all ready to go? All right, we have one last thing. Tenemos una cosa última. Your students right now are going to walk past you. Do not pull them in to hug them. Let them keep walking because the last part of the ceremony is going to be done in the back with you individually. Ahorita sus alumnos van a caminar aquí al lado de ustedes. Por favor, no los abracen, no los paren para fotos. Allá atrás tienen un regalo para ustedes. They have two gifts for you. They have a gift. They're going to give you a plant, and they're also going to give you a gift of words. They've written something down that we want them to read to you, not just hand it to you. Make sure they read it to you. Los alumnos tienen dos regalos para ustedes. Por favor, asegúrense que no solo les den la carta, pero que se pongan a leerlo. We know that parents are one of the most crucial pieces of all of this. In 5th grade, you had to become homeschool parents. In 6th grade, you had to switch them to a new school. Some of you at home lost jobs, lost people, and had to continue supporting your students. There's been so much that has happened. Los últimos 3 años han sido tan difíciles. Hasta si platicamos de los últimos 4 años, los tuvieron que tener en casa para COVID. En grado séptimo o 6 tenían que ser maestros de distancia aprendizaje. Quizás perdieron trabajo o perdieron gente que quieren mucho al lado a COVID. Y sabemos que siguieron allí adelante con ellos. So, please indulge us in one last piece. Make sure that when they get to you and you find them back there, let them give you their gift and words, because whatever we say here, nothing's as important as what they say to you. Por favor, cuando lleguen allá atrás, tengan un poco de paciencia, esperen que les lean sus palabras y ya después pueden disfrutar, tomar fotos. One last time, I love you all. Congratulations. West and north. Head on back. Make sure you have your card with you. Go pick up the gift.
And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it.
Go find your babies. Congratulations to y'all.